Breaking news out of Los Angeles. The Chargers might have just made one of the smartest moves of the entire offseason. A new face has arrived, and he's already making waves. This isn't just another rookie report. This is the kind of early buzz that could change the direction of the team. Fans, analysts, and even veterans are taking notice. What did the Chargers see in him? Why is he turning heads before the season even starts? Stick around, because what we're about to uncover could give us a glimpse of the Chargers' future. But first, before we dive into the latest Chargers news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. The Chargers didn't just draft another player, they may have found a game changer. It's the end of May, and already one rookie is making noise in a big way. Sometimes when you're right in the middle of free agency and the draft, it's hard to see things clearly. There's so much happening all at once. But now that the dust has settled, it's easier to step back and look at the moves this team made. And one name is rising to the top. This rookie isn't just fitting in, he's standing out. Coaches are watching, teammates are talking, and the fans, they're getting excited. And what makes this even more impressive is that he's playing in a position the Chargers desperately needed help with. That's not just luck, that's smart scouting, sharp decision-making, and maybe a glimpse of the new identity this team is building under its current leadership. When you look at the direction the Chargers are heading, there's one thing that stands out. This team is finally building with purpose. With serious coaches, a focused front office, and smart decisions being made at every level, the Chargers aren't just hoping for a good season, they're preparing to dominate. And part of that preparation includes finding hidden talent. That's where things get exciting. One of the biggest surprises of the draft could turn out to be a fifth-round steel-tight end Orande Gadsden. Now, Gadsden might not have been the most talked-about name during the draft, but that's starting to change. Standing 6 feet 5 inches and weighing around 243 pounds at the NFL Combine, he's got the size to be a real threat. In college, he was listed a bit lighter, closer to 237, but don't be shocked if he plays near 250 in the pros. It all depends on how the Chargers decide to use him. What's really interesting is how different Gadsden is from the other tight ends on the roster. While players like Will Dissly and Tyler Conklin are solid at blocking and working to improve their role as pass catchers, Gadsden brings the opposite strength. He's a natural receiver, and now he's focused on becoming just as strong as a blocker. That balance could make him a dangerous weapon in the Chargers' offense. He's already getting attention from fans who are watching closely and loving what they see. For a fifth-round pick, the buzz is loud and growing. And here's the thing. This isn't just hype. Gadsden showed serious skills at Syracuse. If you followed college football, you saw a player who could make big catches, fight for extra yards, and create real problems for defenders. When you dig into the numbers, Orande Gadsden's college performance at Syracuse jumps off the screen. This wasn't just another season, it was a statement. In just 13 games, he was targeted 103 times and caught 73 of those passes. That added up to a strong 934 yards, an impressive number for any tight end. But the real story lies in how he got those yards. Gadsden didn't just make routine catches, he made the tough ones. He ranked among the best in the country when it came to yards per route run and contested catches. In fact, he was near the top 20% in both categories for tight ends. That shows you he wasn't just part of the offense, he was a go-to weapon. He also had excellent hands. With 103 targets, he only dropped 3 passes. That kind of consistency is rare and speaks volumes about his focus and technique. His deep ball ability was especially exciting. He tied for second in deep catches among tight ends and finished 5th in total deep yards. Gadsden became a real threat in the middle of the field, stretching defenses and creating space. His straight-line speed stood out on film, and he looked like someone who could turn small plays into big gains. He played with a calm confidence that you don't always see in college tight ends. Some critics question his blocking, but that might be unfair. It's not that he couldn't block, it's that he wasn't always asked to. But when you check the advanced stats, his run-blocking grade ranked in the 82nd percentile among college tight ends, according to trusted analytics. That doesn't guarantee he'll be elite as a blocker in the NFL, but it definitely shows the potential is there. With the right coaching and the right role, this could be the beginning of something big for the Chargers. It's true, Orande Gadsden isn't perfect. Right now, he might not be the most polished blocker or the most complete tight end, but that's exactly what makes his potential so exciting. He's not a finished product. He's a moldable talent with a ceiling that could surprise everyone. Even though his blocking may currently be under 50% by some grading systems, the question isn't where he is, it's how fast he can grow. And when you look at his build, you see a player who's already physically prepared. He looks strong, lean, and ready to step into a pro system. One of the best ways to measure raw athletic potential is through something called RAS, Relative Athletic Score. This score compares a player's physical traits to every player at their position who has ever tested at the NFL Combine. Gadsden earned a 7.96. That's solid, and it backs up what we saw on tape: strong straight-line speed, good burst, and decent strength. What's even more impressive, he posted those numbers at 243 pounds. That tells us he has room to grow. With proper training, he could easily add another 5 to 10 pounds of muscle without losing his speed. That's where the Chargers coaching staff comes in. With the new leadership brought in under Coach Harbaugh, the team's strength and conditioning program has been upgraded to the highest level. These are people who know how to take raw talent and turn it into on-field dominance. If Gadsden puts in the work, he'll be in the best hands possible to develop every part of his game. And let's not forget, tight end is a critical piece of this offense. It's not just about blocking or catching. It's about being the bridge between the offensive line and the playmakers. If Gadsden can become a reliable run blocker and a serious receiving threat, he won't just make the team. He could become a major weapon. The opportunity is there. The position needs help, and this might be the perfect moment for Gadsden to step up. When you're drafted in the 5th round, nothing is guaranteed. Some players fade into the background, never even stepping onto the field in year 1. But others, they grab the moment and never look back. That's exactly the situation for Orande Gadsden. There's a chance he spends most of the season learning from the sidelines, but there's also a very real chance that by the end of the year, he's playing meaningful snaps, possibly even becoming the Chargers' top receiving option at tight end. Under Coach Jim Harbaugh, it's simple. The best players play. There's no favoring veterans, no waiting for rookies to ease in. If Gadsden proves he belongs, if he runs his routes right, picks up coverages, and earns trust, he'll be on the field. But if he struggles with the mental part of the game or can't block consistently, he'll sit. That's how this team is being built now, on performance, not promises. The real question is this: how quickly can he master the system? Because physically, he brings something this roster doesn't have. Take a close look at the Chargers' tight end room. There are experienced players, sure, but where's the true vertical threat in the middle of the field? Who's that mismatch nightmare for defenses? Gadsden has the tools to become exactly that. Yes, there are explosive receivers like Ladd McConkey who can stretch the field with precision and speed. But Gadsden is a different kind of weapon. He's too quick for linebackers to cover and too strong for safeties to contain. That rare blend of size and speed is what could make him a serious challenge for any defense, and a secret weapon for Justin Herbert. It's early, but the potential is clear. The Chargers might have found a late-round gem who can change the way this offense moves. This is where things start to get exciting for the Chargers. Look across the field. Who's going to control that dangerous space in the middle? On the outside, sure, you've got weapons. Quentin Johnston might take a step forward. Maybe someone like Trey Harris finds his groove. And yes, there's still curiosity about what kind of version of Mike Williams we'll see. If he's fully healthy. If he's explosive again. In the slot, Ladd McConkey brings sharp route running and great hands. But who's commanding the heart of the field? Who's making defenses uncomfortable between the hashes? Who's that tight end that defenses have to respect as a real vertical threat? Tyler Conklin, Will Dissly, solid players, smart veterans. But they're not stretching the field, and they're not forcing defensive backs to backpedal. They're reliable, but they don't tilt the field. That's where Orande Gadsden enters the picture. He's the wild card, the one with potential to change how this offense operates. Maybe it starts small. Maybe in week 1, he's only getting a few snaps. Maybe his job is to sit, learn, grow. That's okay, because this kid is 21, about to turn 22. He's got time, and the Chargers have the patience to develop him right. But give it a season or 2. Suddenly, you're not wondering who your future tight end is. You already have him, and you'll be looking back thinking, we don't need to chase another tight end. Gadsden is the real deal. His growth won't happen overnight, but everything about his game says this could be a name we're talking about for years to come.